there, I am Lori Delk.
And I am Rara is in the house, Catherine Sarah Myers. While we speak to you this evening, if you have any questions or comments that you would like to post, please post them on our Facebook page or on our Facebook page. Gratitude Girls, please do that. We have two special guests tonight, and I would like to ask Lori Delk. Oh, Lori, before I go there, I want to say hello, good evening, and how wonderful it is to see you.
Hello, thank you. Wonderful to see you as well. And yes, we have two wonderful special guests tonight with us, Mr. Rob and Miss Joy Bauman. Hey!
Hello.
Hello, Rob, and hi, Joy. How are you?
Good.
Well, thank you.
Welcome. Welcome to the Gratitude Girls. This is so exciting for us. I know that you're two very special people, and I really appreciate getting to know you a little bit. But what will be fun tonight is to have our audience learn a little bit about you. So relax. We're going to chat. Imagine it's just Lori and I and you.
Okay.
Forget that we have an audience or that it will be recorded. Just chill out. And let's talk a little bit about you and where you are. So geographically, where are you sitting right now?
In our kitchen. in Nashville, Tennessee. Actually, it's Old Hickory, which is a suburb of Nashville.
Okay, well, fantastic. Well, thank you so much. And our show is international, so I totally love that you're in that part of the world while I'm over here in Ontario, Canada. So, Joy and Rob, is there something special before our show is up tonight that you will be sharing with us?
Sure. Yes. There are a couple of things, I guess. Yes.
A couple of things. Okay. There's something in particular I know that you have a special story, but a little bit maybe about the two of you before your story. Could you tell us a little bit about your family and how big your family is?
Sure. You want to answer that?
Sure. I have 4 children, ranging from 21 to 7 years old. And Joy has 2 daughters. They live up in Toledo, Ohio. We see them very seldom, but we do get to see them a couple times a year. They are 27 and 25.
Good job.
Well, you guys look young and definitely too young to have children.
Thank you. It's the grainy video.
Wow, you look fantastic. You look amazing, both of you. Thank you. Now, I understand from our previous conversation that you have a little bit of a musical note to you. So, Rob, would you be able to tell us a little bit about how do you keep that beat in your life?
How do I keep the beat in my life?
Yeah.
Well, every weekend I get to DJ and dance, so that's how I keep it live.
That's great. So, you think you can dance and you can?
Well, I hope so.
I think
everyone can dance as long as you don't listen to the people who tell you can't.
Oh, good advice. Thank you. Now, Joy, you also can hold a note, if I am correct.
Yeah, I can hold a note or two. Yeah, every now and then. I am a singer, and that's why I moved to Nashville, was to sing.
Really? So, tell me a little bit about, or tell us a little bit about the type of music that you like to sing.
Type of music I like to sing. Well, I apologize to my Nashville friends, but I like to sing everything but country. I don't like to sing country music. I'm sorry. So, yeah, everything but that. Usually, I love to sing rock and roll. I sang in some bands, and then I sing on my praise and worship team at church. And I sing old standards, you know, songs from the 30s and 40s, stuff like that.
Really? Well, is there something, now, Rob, I'm going to ask you a question about your story, and I was just wondering if maybe it's always good to warm up, right, Joy? To warm up.
Yes. Yes, always warm up, yes.
And warm up your voice. So can you tell us a little bit about what you do to warm up your voice?
What I do to warm up my voice?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm supposed to avoid milk and dairy products and things like that. I don't do any of that. I drink milk. I do all the stuff I'm not supposed to do. So I'm really not a good one to ask. I used to teach voice. I hope none of my students hear that, but I don't follow any of my own advice.
So if you were going to be singing, is there something you would do prior to singing to warm up yourself?
Well, water is good, so you take a drink of water.
Okay.
And you want to get all the bugs out. A lot of times you'll suck on a peppermint or whatever, which I shouldn't do for this show, but I suck on Altoids a lot before I sing, stuff like that. So just get things cleared out, and you usually warm up vocally, a little bit. You do a little bit of scale work and that. Yeah. Who's the singer?
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think that you have warmed up your voice enough with maybe 5-6 minutes of conversation to demonstrate something special? Can you do something a little special tonight and surprise your husband?
Okay, well, I guess I could real quick sing a little bit of what I sang at our wedding a year ago, if you'd like me to do that.
I think that would be a great opening to Rob then sharing his story. Yes.
Okay, well, let's see. I set out on a narrow way many years ago, hoping I would find true love along the broken road. But I got lost a time or two. How's that? Is that good?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's.
He's like, you can finish so I don't have to talk.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to need an encore. You do have a beautiful voice. And Rob, that was the song that Joy sang at your wedding. So now let me ask you, I know that you have a love story, and in your words, it's a tragic love story. So would you be kind enough, Rob, to share a little bit with us about your story that you are now sitting in gratitude for, if I understand correctly?
Well, sure. And I'm thankful for all of it. The good, the bad, and everything. I'm thankful for the time. I married my first wife in '93, and we had 4 kids. We were married for 20 years. She was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2010, and we battled for 3 years, and she passed away in May of 2013. Those were definitely some of the hardest days of my life, but through blogs and things like that, she did a lot of blogging, and I blogged along with on the same set, and it really helped to just air that out. We were very public with the battle, and a lot of folks followed and supported us and helped us, and I don't know that it would have been as easy a fight without all the people that helped us and gave us such support. Everyone from our family and distant friends from around the world, from Brazil and Germany and Canada, and including folks like Martina McBride and her team, and Marianne McAcow, the writer of the Little Pink Books, and so many people came together and helped us get through that fight. After she passed, I was a single dad for a year. Anyone as a single dad out there, I understand the struggle, and it's real. And I realized that I was never meant to be single. I had never been an adult single male. I got married right out of high school to my wife, and we spent our happy years together, and So when I found myself single with 4 children, I knew that it wasn't meant to be. I met Joy in May. It was May of 2014, and by August 30th, we were married.
You moved fast.
It was a very quick
fast
romance.
Mover.
Honestly, we didn't have our actual technical first date for like a month and a half later, because we kind of just talked and hung out. I didn't know if I actually wanted to date her because she had 4 dogs. Not a big dog lover.
He doesn't
sorry.
like dogs. We have 4. We have 4 dogs.
So, I fell pretty fast and hard for her. And our first actual date, I asked her to marry me. And within another, 45 days, we set the wedding.
I'm married.
But I think one of the even cooler things is we're really still close with my late wife's parents, Jackie and Lloyd Bates, and we got married on their front steps. So, as Act 1 closed, like we talked about before, Act 2 opened just a new happiness and some new normal in my life, especially, and really a new normal in Joy's life too. She went from an empty nest to now having 2 boys in the home.
Yeah.
16-year-old and a 7-year-old, and that's an interesting thing.
Yeah. Now, thank you for sharing. I am sorry for your loss, but I understand that you have a new life, and I'm very happy for you and your families and both of you that you have found each other. And you also shared something else with me, and I don't think you took time to actually have a honeymoon. So can you tell me a little bit about what's in store for you and your wife, Joy?
Yes, actually, on Thursday of this week, one of her favorite movies is Somewhere in Time in the 70s. It's her favorite movie. She made me watch it.
Watched it and
I
stayed
watched
awake.
it like a big boy.
Yeah.
And so it was all filmed in Mackinac Island at the Grand Hotel. So we are going to Mackinac Island on Thursday to spend a long weekend, a getaway on the island. Anyone who knows Mackinac Island knows it's just a great romantic place, really small and intimate. The island allows no cars, so it's all foot traffic and bicycles
And horse-drawn carriages.
and horse-drawn carriages. I forget those names. I won't forget.
That's romantic. That is so romantic. Now, Joy, may I ask you, before this wonderful love story, how was the day in the life of Joy?
Very quiet. It was a lot quieter and cleaner than it is now.
And I'm sure it smelled better.
It smelled a lot better because we have a house full of boys. I raised girls.
She moved into a bachelor pad. Again,
Yeah.
I was a single dad for a year.
Wow. Well, I had been single for 10 years. I had been married for 20 and was single for 10. And so when you're a single lady, you kind of get set in your ways and you decorate your house the way you want it to be and you start filling it with things like dogs. I wasn't the crazy cat lady or anything. I didn't have multiple cats, but I did have 3 dogs. And I did call them my fur babies, which was very alarming to him when he met me. But me and my dogs were happy to hang out. When I was I'd go to work and I'd come home and I'm like, what's for dinner? Oh, a piece of cheese. Sounds good. I'd sit there in front of the TV and eat cheese and hang out with my dogs. And it was pretty boring, but I'm pretty picky.
She sounds so attractive, doesn't she?
Don't I sound attractive? Yes. This single woman eating cheese with dogs. Yeah, it was very attractive. But I was content, but also as you get older and you get wiser and you get pickier. And I just was going to hold out for the right guy. And we met. I knew a little bit about Rob's story, and I was looking for some very specific things in somebody that I would get serious about, and I saw them and Rob, and it didn't take long, obviously, meeting in May, getting married in August. And but when you know, and we knew. And so even though my girls, I mean, again, you as a mom, you give your kids advice, and they're like, Mom, you are moving way too fast, because that's what I would have told them. I mean, they're in their 20s. But when you're older than that, I won't say how old, when you know, you know. So it was a no-brainer, and we had everybody's blessing, his kids, my parents, his, you know, our in-loves, Jackie and Lloyd, Tara's parents. And so everybody was on board, and like Rob said, we got married on their front porch on a Saturday in August 30th, and the rest is a year of history, and boy, it's flown by.
So your anniversary is coming up.
Yes.
Now, let me ask you, what's a day in the life of your new marriage with all these children and all these animals? What's that like?
Well, first I get my hair colored so you don't see the gray. No, now the boys are both in school, so we're back to school-aged children. So school has started here in Nashville, and so it's about taking the boys to school. Rob works full-time, I work full-time, so once we get the kids off to school, then we hit the ground running, and we're doing our stuff during the day. We're picking the kids up from school, getting them to their activities. I'm going home to make dinner. We're going over homework. We're, you know, okay, you do this, here's chores, do this, do that, and before you know it, it's bedtime, so it's, you know, boys get in the shower, and then we sit down on the couch and finally exhale, and we usually veg in front of the television for about an hour before we go to bed and start it all over again.
But you have excitement now.
Yes, no more cheese and dogs.
No. Well, I think, you know, what you've shared with us is a very happy, you know, a happy ending for the two of you to start your new life. And it sounds like your families and your children and your support are all there. So let me ask you, Joy, since you're newlyweds, right?
Yes.
Right, okay, super. So is there something that you're really super grateful for that you haven't told Rob? Maybe you'd like to do that right here on the show?
Oh, wow. Well, and I've told him, it's nothing new, but I have never in my life met someone who is more committed and is more just so cognizant of the needs of others, and is always about that. What do you need? What can I do for you? And women, I think I've seen something on Facebook a lot. Women want to hear, I've got this. And he's always got this. No matter how tired he is, no matter what's going on in his life, he's always thinking about me or the kids or other people. And he is such a giver. He is the epitome of a giver at all times. Even when he's tired, even when he's been on a roof all day long, he still comes home and is giving all the time. So that's what I would say I appreciate about him the most.
Oh, that's beautiful. Now, Rob, I have a question for you.
What?
Is there something that you would like to share with us that you're really super grateful for about Joy? She may know it, she may not, but would you like to enlighten us about that?
Sure. Something I'm extremely grateful for a lot of things. One of the things I'm really grateful for, especially this last year, is the normal she's brought into our home, the strength, the stability. Talk about I got this. She moved in and basically became the home manager. There's 3 working calendars in the house. Keeps up with things. I don't know how she does it. But all of that aside, all of those things that she does, just her unspoken strength that she brings to this family is I'm most grateful for. She just it's hard to put into words how much stronger I feel because of her.
Oh,
Well,
stop.
we can see that, Rob and Joy. You know, we can see that with the two of you, what you have and how you feel. There was a real emotion that I just felt when you were speaking, Rob. You know, I was feeling it from you, like I almost feel a little teary-eyed because I can feel your joy. And I mean joy, the joy that you bring. I can feel, you know, what you've brought into that home, and you've opened your home to us, and that's a wonderful thing because you've just put hope and you've put faith right into our faces on our show tonight, that there is hope and there is faith, and when you believe, right, it happens. There is another day, and there's a day that you never thought of. You never thought how it would be, but you're there, and you're strong, and you're stronger because of it. And the people who love you are around you, and that's such an amazing, amazing emotion to share with us on our show. Is there anyone that you would like to say thank you to that you haven't? Since this show is recorded, you will be able to take excerpts from it and share it with someone. Is there someone you'd like to say something to, Joy or Rob? Please take the opportunity to do that.
I would. I mean, this seems a little odd. I'd like to thank Tara, Rob's first wife. Now, see, I'm going to get emotional for the amazing family that she raised and for the amazing man that she had the opportunity to know for so long, and the way she loved him made him available to love again, you know? So she trained him well in the ways of love, and what a gift she has given me in this man and these great kids that I've had the chance to step in and you know, take over where she left off. You know, it wasn't her choice, and she never would have chosen this, but I just thank her, and she and I are going to end up writing a book together from those blogs that Rob talked about. So that's in the works. So that's going to be a pretty cool undertaking, a book she always wanted to write, and she and I are going to write it together.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you for that emotion. Rob, is there anything that you'd like to add, or anything you'd like to say to Joy or to anyone in your life?
You know, I would, but there are so many that I would leave someone out, and I think I shouldn't.
Yeah, a lot of people got him through a lot of things.
You know, if I bring up one person, I feel like I've left out 300.
I understand, and how politically correct you are.
Good job, Rob.
But you said that you have everybody to mention, and so that covers everybody who's going to be watching this show.
Oh, you wouldn't believe how many.
I'm thrilled to hear that because you have such a wonderful story. Joy and Rob, do you have any questions for Lori and I?
Just about, I don't know, about your audience. Who all do you reach?
All of your family and friends tonight.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Lori, do you want to talk about the demographics, some of the technical aspects of the show, and how it can be viewed and watched after?
Sure, yeah. Well, we have the Gratitude Girls started back in 2013. Actually, when Catherine and I met, we met on stage. The CEO of our company, we both won an award, and so we both met on stage, and we decided that it was called the Gratitude Award. We decided from that we needed to do something with it, and when Catherine and I got together and talked later, like within 2 minutes, we had come up with the Gratitude Girls and the premise for this show. And so we believe it was totally, you know, God gave it to us, and it happened the way it was supposed to happen. And like we said, we're recorded, so it's on our website, and it's on YouTube, and it's on our Facebook page, and so, and you know, being live, anybody can watch our show live, but also it's recorded, so anybody in the entire world at any time can find either one of those spots and watch your show in the future, watch our show, and with you guys as our guests on it, so it can be shared and watched millions of times over and over by anybody in the world.
Okay. Thank you for your question. Rob, do you have a question for Lori or I?
I can't think of anything right now, but...
No, at any time, feel free.
Okay.
I want to tell you how much I appreciate you sharing your story with us tonight, and all of us. I do feel that we could talk for so much longer and touch on so many things, sure, and to honor the people I know in your lives and your new friends and your new family. But I know that due to a time on our show, which is a time frame of about 30 minutes, maybe what we can do is we could invite you back and we can hang out together and we can talk to you and you can tell us a little bit more. We can develop our relationship, because with Google Hangouts, it's really easy to do.
Right.
We're just a click away. So I'd like to be able to follow up with the two of you and hear more about how life is going, and encouraging other people in this world that have many things that happen, and how you can share hope and love and endless possibilities with them.
That sounds great. We'll show you honeymoon pictures. How's that?
Oh, that would be fun.
Round eating fudge.
You can go on our, oh yeah, that's great. You can go on our gratitude page and send us messages and connect with us, of course, on Facebook and personally. And we'd love to hear that. We'd certainly love to see those pictures. Well, Lori, I don't want to say that it's getting close to the time. I really don't. But I would like to say this to our audience. In case you're not aware, Lori and I will be together again in 13 days. We are going to be standing in Anaheim, California. Lori, would you like to tell our audience just a little bit about that in case we do some live show there?
Yes, so absolutely. So the company that Catherine and I both are privileged to kind of work for or with is Send Out Cards, and our corporate convention where Catherine and I both met a little bit over 2 years ago is this year in September in Disneyland. So we've never been there. I've never been to Disneyland, period. And not sure if Catherine has or not yet, but our company has never been there. So it's going to be a new thing for all of us.
Yes, no, I've never been to Disneyland. I've been to Disney World. And as Gratitude Girls, here we are living our dream, which is traveling the world together, and that was our first statement when we started our show, and here we are doing getting exactly what we wished for. So although our next show will be September 22nd, stay tuned, you may hear something from us. So to our audience, we'd like to say thank you for joining us this evening, and if you're tuning in later, thank you for doing that. We so appreciate your gratitude stories. Lori and I do love to receive them, and if you have something special that you would like us to know about or read or tell us about, please send that to us, and we will schedule your story and you to appear right here on the Gratitude Girls. I'm very grateful for you, Lori Delk, to be my Gratitude Girls partner and my friend, and I'm so excited that I will be able to physically hug you in less than 2 weeks.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, Rob and Joy, thank you so much for being on our show with us tonight. Do you have anything else that you would like to share with our viewers before we close up for the evening?
Anything want to say?
If you've been to Disney World, you will like Disneyland better.
That's what I heard.
Ooh, a prediction.
Disneyland is so much easier to get around in, so much more fun to me. I prefer Disneyland myself. So.
He wears his ears every time he goes. Just saying.
I'll make sure we come back home with the ears. Thank you. Thank you very much, Joy and Rob. It's been a pleasure getting to know you, and I look forward to our friendship blossoming.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So I'd like to say to you, Lori Delp, my Gratitude Girls partner, and to our audience, a special good night. And we look forward to seeing you next month. And the fourth Tuesday of every month is our show. So September 22nd. Please tune in.
Right, absolutely. Yes, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, 7:30 Mountain, and 6:30 Pacific. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.